It has been a very, very long time since I've brought you a mail day. But today we are gonna do an early Christmas PSA mail day. Now, when we jump into these guys, I have not got to do this in a while because there's so much that I have to say about what's going on in the card market right now. To be perfectly frank, I have also not paid attention to the card market as much. There's just been a lot of things that have been going on that I've put my attention towards over the past couple of weeks and months. And honestly, having a break from the card world has been really, really good for me. I think every now and then people need a little bit of a break. I've been buying a lot lately. However, I've not been able to put up a lot of videos, and that's just because I've been putting my attention in other things that I think deserve my time. And it's made me a lot happier. And then whenever I do these videos, I think that hopefully they're a little bit better, and overall it's just a well-balanced approach. So apologize for not having any content over the past couple of months, but it's been for the best for me. Let's just put it that way. But we are going to jump into this. I've not had a mail day in a while, and I have a lot to say about PSA, and I have a lot to say about the card world and the sports world. And of course, politics is also something that's on everybody's mind right now post-election. Not going to jump into every single one of those things, but I will say PSA and grading has just been amazing, but also there's so many changes that are taking place so rapidly. I may not be able to submit another economy order like this with all the changes that are taking place at PSA. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be talking about the cards as much. This is going to be a lot of catch up. Overall, the resale value for this order is insane. And the gem rate for this order is also very, very good. So I think that this order is right at about 65%. If you all saw my last PSA mail day, or one of my last couple of PSA mail days, I had a gem rate that was below 30%. So the economy order, this one was treated very, very well. And I'm back to what is close to my normal gem rate, which is great. It's very, very great. And there's a lot of key cards in here that ended up doing very well. This one specifically, this is a courtside Zion. This is a $1,200 card, guys. Actually, it was about $1,500 a couple of weeks ago, but huge card. My house, hollow. I think this is the first 9 in the order so far. It's a hollow My House Zion. Yeah, so a ton of cards in here, and I'm actually very, very excited to go through this because there's a ton of big cards, and I was expecting this order to be around $22,000 in resale value. Once I got the grades back, the grades just totally blew me away. And I think that I did very, very well overall with getting these cards graded. So another gem mint, Patrick Mahomes Blue Optic Contenders. Man, I don't even know where to start. First is PSA. PSA changes. So there's been a lot of changes with PSA. I have probably almost 700 to 800 cards that I have to get to PSA. And to be honest, I have no idea how to send them at this point. PSA has made so many changes now where if you want to send a card fast, you have to pay for it. If you want something back in a reasonable time frame, and by reasonable, I mean you're not going to be waiting half a year to almost a year to get your cards back. You have to pay at the regular service level $75. Now that is, of course, unless you're a PSA dealer. If you are a PSA dealer, and in order to qualify for a PSA dealer, there is certain restriction criteria for which I'm very close to meeting, although these changes are going to make it very hard for me to meet that. It's going to be much more difficult. So if you're a PSA dealer, you can still submit at the economy rate. And that economy rate has increased. It's no longer $20. I believe it's $25. Although if I'm incorrect, someone correct me. So yeah, it's going to be very, very challenging. So I don't know if I need to submit these cards under the new ultra modern or modern bulk rates, or regular. I have some cards that are going to be going regular, meaning I'm going to be paying, it's either $50 or $75 a card to get these cards back in like 2 months, which is absolutely insane. It just is going to show how much card grading right now is backed up, how much attention is getting put into the card market. This is a nice one. Gem Mint LeBron rookie. This is an even better one. This is a Gem Mint LeBron rookie Bazooka Comics. This is like now a $400 or $500 card. So yeah, there's just so much going on with PSA. My SGC order that I submitted in May still has not come back. It was a 20-day order, and I still have not got that order back. I submitted this order in August, and I got it back last week. It's been sitting under my Christmas tree. I finally have time that I've allocated to opening this up, and I have so many cards that are just laying around right now that I need to really prioritize and get out, as it's money that's just kind of sitting here. But as I said, there's been a lot of other competing priorities that have been going on in my world, which for the most part have been really, really good. So yeah, it's a good little change of pace. But with that said, I need to get these cards out, and I missed the boat. I missed the boat on submitting another economy order, because economy is the way to go. Right now, paying $20 a card and getting them back in around 3 months' time, that is the way to go, unfortunately. If you submit bulk, you're looking at 6 months. So right now I have some ultra modern and modern orders that are actually gonna pop soon. I have one that's in assembly, which is the ultra modern. The modern, which is the pre-2017 years, that one is at QA2, and I had submitted those in either May or June, and it's already November. So we're looking at, again, 6 months, 5-6 months of turnaround time for an order that last year would be a 45-day turnaround time. So the grading landscape has changed tremendously. I will say PSA right now they're the only game in town. They really are. I mean, Beckett is starting to get a price niche. I think that Beckett's price niche right now is probably that 30-day no subs. A lot of people don't want to submit at that rate because no sub cards sell substantially less than PSA and SGC, but at the same time, I think their turnaround time right now is around 11 to 12 weeks. So if you can pay right around $15 a card for that and get your cards back and still have a pretty decent ROI, and by decent, I mean, we're talking a 30 to 40% ROI, it might be worth your time doing that, but that's about it. With the changes that PSA has made, where economy has essentially been suspended for non-PSA dealers, it has really hurt that mid-range market. So anything that was like, $100 card up to like $300 a card that really wasn't worth submitting, at the regular or express rates. I mean, I really don't know what to do with those cards. So it's kind of forcing me to need to buy higher end cards, which I've actually done. And apologize about that. Ran out of storage. So I don't know exactly what I was talking about, as I had to go through and delete a bunch of things on my phone because I have a lot of pictures and videos, and it's taken up a lot of space on this phone. So we'll jump into this next stack here. I'm really not doing these cards any justice whatsoever, so I apologize for that. I'm just talking about PSA and grading turnaround times. So I think what I was talking about last time was PSA dealer, and if you want to submit something quick and not have to pay a fortune for it, you have to now submit through a PSA dealer. Now, somebody like me who wants to control like the chain of custody of my cards, and I want to be in control. I like being in control. I don't want to not be in control. I don't want to submit my stuff through somebody else. Like, I want to build my name. I want to be in control of my cards. I've gone through group subs before, and I'm not saying every single one is like this, but I've been in subs where the cards just sit. So I submit them to the group sub host, and they just sit. They don't go out quickly. Like, they sit there for a month before they even get shipped out. Now, I know for a fact that not every single one is like that, especially now as it's become more popular. but I just don't, that turned me off. Now I want to be in control. I want to be in control of my cards. I want to ship them out and have them arrive at PSA on my time frame. And I want to be in control of it. So for me, who is right at the threshold of being a PSA eligible or qualified dealer, I'm right there. I'm close. This kind of hurts because now it's just going to make it that much more difficult to achieve that threshold, because with turnaround times being slow, I can't submit a bunch of bulk orders and have them come back in 9 months and expect to meet the threshold. I just can't do it. It's really, really hard. So I'm going to have to do a lot more expensive subs, meaning I'm going to have to buy cards that are $500, $600, $700. I have a couple that are segregated for a regular or super express orders, depending on the value. But I have a couple of cards that I've paid $1,000, almost $2,000 for recently that I have not gotten a chance to show. Because really I'm trying to figure out how I need to submit them. Like right now I just have a handful of them, but those are the types of cards that I'm going to have to start handling in order to get the turnaround time right where I need for it to be, because right now this is just very, very challenging to meet that and qualify for economy orders and be in control of those economy orders. So interesting. We'll see what happens moving forward. But right now, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge moving into 2021. It's a change that I'm not really fond of. I don't think many people are fond of it. And I think it's pushed a lot of people who are submitting on their own to join a group sub-host. And it's great for them because their market just got bigger and there's more people who are submitting with them. But yeah, it kind of hurts. If you're somebody like me who is not small, but not like a huge group host either. I'm right there in that mid tier. So we'll see what happens. But I'm at least thankful that I got one economy order off and that I've gotten it back. So speaking of a nice card, this is a really nice card. Silver Prism, Jason Tatum Select. So we'll see what happens. With this order specifically, so again, I said this is a 65% gem rate. I was kind of picky with these cards, but also some cards I knew they were going to come back 9s. And even though I paid $20 a card to get them graded, I thought that having them in the 9 holder would be a lot better. This is a really nice one. This is the gold cracked ice number 7 out of 10. Surprised this one didn't come back gem mint. Really surprised that one didn't come back gem mint. Some of these cards I just would rather have in a 9 holder versus raw. This is a nice one. Very, very nice. And for those of you who are curious, did I get upcharged on anything? I did not get upcharged. There were no cards in this order for which I had to pay an upcharge fee for. And this is crazy. I haven't submitted something like this. Like this is a $5 or $10 card, paid $20 to get it graded. And now this card is like 80, 90, 100 bucks. So I would do that all day long if I had access to, an economy order where I could just do that all day long. Now with something like that, I'm going to be very, very confident that it's going to come back gem mint. I'm not going to submit any borderline card. So, if it's a cheap card like that, it's got to be gem mint. It has to be. If it's expensive and it's borderline, I can definitely submit those because even if they come back 9s, it'll still be okay. These guys are really stuck together, which is kind of nice. Dwayne Wade Topps Mini, or Topps Pristine Mini. So not many of these are sold. That one's actually really, really nice. Luka Doncic. This has kind of been a bread and butter card for me. So I submitted 3 of these, and 2 came back gem mint. So I believe I just looked up these gem mint values the other day, and it was a $700 card for a gem mint 10, so it's nice. Luka Doncic Hollow PSA 10. We've got another Optic second year PSA 10. This, oh my gosh, this is so nice. Whew, man, this is nice. Look at this bad boy. And that is the real autograph. That is not the Lulu. This is the real deal. Luka Doncic, Rookie Ascent autograph, PSA 10 on card autograph, numbered to 99. This was the card that I was hoping was going to be Gem Mint, and it is. And this is now why I am in a good mood, because that card is Gem Mint. So it doesn't even really matter what the rest of the order looks like, because that's the big one in the order, and it came back Gem Mint, and that makes me really, really, really happy. PSA 10 Future Stars. This one was a PSA 9. Was able to get a 10 out of this Gypsy Queen. 2012 Topps Gypsy Queen. Came back 10. Got a Purple Shimmer. This is a Mike Trout Prism Parallel number to 7. PSA 10. This is a pretty cool card. Gaudy Sports Royalty PSA 10. Paid $20 to get that base card graded. Same thing with this, the Masterpieces. Now these cards are very hard to find centered. I was hoping I was going to pull a 10 on that, but it didn't happen. This is a cool card. I knew it probably wouldn't be Gem Mint, but this is the black parallel. I think somebody corrected me the last time I did this video, as I wasn't sure what parallel it was. And it's numbered to 88. So really cool card. A couple more of these Trouts that came back 9s, and another Trout that came back 9. So kind of sad that I struck out on those. So I thought that I would have got at least maybe one more gem on those. But yeah, this Mike Trout, or this Luka Doncic, definitely a PC card. I will probably exchange that card for one of my other Lukas, because I'm carrying a lot of Luka right now, a lot of value, and I like on-card autos, rookie autos that are the legit auto, not the non-legit auto. I know there's a lot of controversy about that, on whether which one is autographed by his mom or which one he autographed. I think that the one I have is the real one, but I also have a couple of Lulu autographs as well. So probably get rid of my Lulu, and I will keep that one, as it's on-card also. Trae Young, PSA 10, his stuff is really hot right now in the off-season. And this is a really, really good one. So this is the Scope Parallel. Came back to PSA 10. These are they numbered? I can't remember. I don't think they are numbered. Then Infinite PSA 10 for Ja Morant. These are really, really cool cards. Then I also have a My House Lime Green, numbered to 149. Got a Select PSA 10 base, and these are great cards. If you can find them centered, these are great cards to get graded. You can buy them really, really cheap. You can get them graded, and these are $150, $200 cards all day. Some go a little bit higher than that. I was hoping this courtside was going to grade a little bit better than it did, but I'll take it. And also, I was kind of hoping that this was going to grade Gem Mint, but it's okay. Overall, I cannot complain about this order, as it really met my expectations in terms of gem rate. And yeah, I think that I did really, really well in this order. Even at 65%, that's right where I want to be. That means that I'm sending in enough borderline cards, but also the gem rate is good enough to where I'm maximizing my ROI. Right around that 70% percentile is where I want to be. If I'm sending cards in and it's an 80% gem rate or it's a 90% gem rate, my thought process on that is that I'm not sending in enough borderline cards, because, you know, I want every card to be submitted that's a Gem Mint card, while also minimizing the 9s where possible. Just that 70 number just seems like a sweet spot for me. Net Marvel's Giannis, very good insert, highly sought after, really cool superhero type card. My House Purple, Fantasy Star. This is a Giannis Fantasy Stars Red Wave, the T-Wave Parallel. Also have a couple of Giannis SP Authentic rookies. Man, these things were like $500-$600 just a couple months ago, and now they're, I want to say, down to maybe $300, but still going to do really, really well on those. Lamar stuff has kind of fallen off. He has not had a really good year. So I'm going to do well on these, even though I split a 9 and 10. That's the beauty of grading. A player's value can go up and down, and you can still come out ahead. Russell Wilson, what a great year he is having. This is like a $150 card, maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, I don't know what I saw on this one. This is, I think, the worst graded card that I got. It is thicker and probably has some edge issue or some surface gash, but it's okay. Kevin Durant, second year Topps Chrome. So seeing what's happened with LeBron James, I thought that Kevin Durant, second year Topps Chrome might be a good buy. I think this is like a $500 or $600 card as a PSA 10. UD3 Peyton Manning. So this is a nice die cut version of this, numbered to 100. So getting a Peyton Manning 90s rookie, this numbered to 100 in mint 9 condition, I thought was a pretty nice deal. Also got a Bowman Chrome PSA 9. Luka Court Kings base PSA 10. There's not many of those. It's very, very hard to find as some of the corners like to chip a little bit. This one's really, really nice. I'm, again, not a LeBron fan. Don't even like to mention him. But this is a really cool insert, especially because the corners on these is very, very, very difficult to find in good condition. Yeah, that's a really, really nice card. Kawhi Leonard, man, this was a $1,000 card a couple of weeks ago, and now it's down to, I want to say, in the 500 range. Fortunately, I have 2 of those, so I'll still be able to get $1,000 out of it, maybe. I paid maybe less than $100 a piece for each of those. This is his base SP Authentic. I actually think that I got this as a freebie, so it's pretty nice. This is a good way to finish this order off, guys. So Klay Thompson Prism rookie PSA 10. That is a $1,000 card. And here's another one, Klay Thompson PSA 10. That's a $1,000 card. And I think that I may have another one of those in here somewhere. Yeah. So LeBron James Masterpiece. That is a PSA 9. But then the Klay. So another Klay Thompson PSA 10. So I have 3 of these, and each of these is, really selling for right around $1,000 a piece. So really, really happy that those gemmed. I also was able to get a Draymond Green Prism PSA 10 rookie. Tristan Thompson, he's not very collected, but at the same time, it's a highly sought after set. So got that one graded. Anthony Davis, Brilliance PSA 10. I'm telling you guys, I did really, really well in this order. This has brought a lot of joy in my life and in cards, because after that less than 30% gem rate, I was kind of down. I was really down. NBA ratings were down. Everything that was happening non-sports related in sports had me down. I didn't really necessarily have my escape. So I looked for that escape in a lot of different ways over the past couple of weeks and months. And so I'm glad that I now have an order that's come back, and it's kind of re-energized me a little bit. Because I was very disappointed with my last results. Let's just put it that way, and I'll leave it at that. So this is a really, really good LeBron insert, a second-year Ultra Scoring Kings. These are very tough to find in good condition. I actually bought this on eBay very cheap. I want to say I paid maybe $20 for it. I think that this is between a $600 and $800 card in PSA 10 grade. Just goes to show, if you put in the time and you do the research and you find the cards that need to be graded, you can do fine in this game. You really, really can. Even with all the competition, you can do fine. PSA 9, D Wade. So this is an interesting card, and I'm going to go full disclosure on this. So this is a card, if you go back to my July Mail Day video, you will see that this card, same serial number, came back as it didn't meet the minimum grade. So I bought this card off of eBay as soon as this product came out. The card looked flawless, but it did not meet the minimum grade. So this time, and now I have fingerprints on the case, it kind of stinks. This time I resubmitted it because I measured it, I compared it to normal size cards. There's no way that this card is not legit. So I resubbed it, and sure enough, I got the grade that I expected the first time around. And so this is now right around a $1,500 card. I think it was a little bit higher than that before, maybe down to $1,000. I honestly can't remember. It's a 4-figure card. So very, very happy with that result. And overall, this was a very, very good mail day for, an early Christmas present. We've got Christmas coming around the corner. I'm in a little bit more of a cheery mood lately. With cards coming in, with mail days coming in. I'm gonna at least have 2 more PSA mail days before the year is over, as those should be coming in. SGC, who knows? Beckett, who knows? I think Beckett's lost one of my orders, as it's still not popped up in my queue. But yeah, very, very happy with this order. Guys, I have no idea what 2021 is going to hold for the sports card market. The lines at PSA keep getting longer and longer and longer. And yeah, it's a challenge for everybody out there who is submitting cards to PSA. And the name of the game, from what I can tell, is that you're going to have to pay more. At this point, prices aren't coming down. Lines aren't going to get smaller. The thing that can potentially help this is if we get some really bad rookie classes across all the sports. But with Zion Mania, with Patrick Mahomes, with Ja Morant, with all the baseball studs, Fernando Tatis, Ronald Acuna Jr., Juan Soto, all these guys who have just been hobby phenomenons, and not just hobby phenomenons. I mean, Juan Soto won a World Series. Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl and an MVP. You've got all these young studs who are just crushing it in their sports, and it's just ignited the sports card market. And now with people treating this as an alternative investment, as people are treating this as an art form, as people are using this as a mechanism to make money, the lines aren't getting shorter and prices aren't going to get any cheaper, unfortunately, whenever it comes to grading cards. So very happy that I got these cards back. Hope that you all enjoyed the video, and again, apologize for being absent. Just needed to reprioritize things over the past couple of months. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you all think down below. Do you all like this video a little bit better than some of the previous breaks? Do you all see the consistency in grading returning back to what we saw before? And also, what do you all think about the PSA changes? Let me know in your comments down below, and we'll see you guys next time.